Hey, do you want to have a million stats? Okay. Well, you can with the Saint 14 Season of Dawn armor. This armor that drops that little Saint 14 logo at the top. I'm sure a bunch of us have a lot of Fractiline that we are...
containment cell inbound near our current position.
Okay, we don't need to know about that public event right now. I'm sure a bunch of us are getting a lot of Fractiline and we're turning them in to these Obelisks to increase our resonance rank so that we can get even more over the next coming weeks. And I just wanted to give this super quick tip to give you something to look for to try to maximize your stats. So you've got 6 stats, and in my personal opinion, strength is the least valuable stat. So what you want to do is look for armor pieces that have only 2 strength. So focus on that. If it has 2 strength, you might want to consider it. Everything that is higher total stats, but some of those stats are in strength, just minus those strength stats off and consider that as its actual total stat value, because unless you're making a top tree warlock build where you're going to be using your celestial fire melee a lot, or you're a titan who wants to shoulder charge a lot without using insurmountable skull fort, then you don't need strength, especially if you're a hunter. Really, if you're a hunter, you can literally just equip the marksman dodge, and then you can dodge near an enemy to instantly have your melee up. So keep that in mind. Something special this season with Season of Dawn is that we've got these armor pieces that have access to the mods from the Obelisks. So if you've got your Obelisks unlocked, you have this powerful friends mod available that gives you plus 20 mobility. See that down there? That's a secondary perk that only gets activated once you have another arc mod slotted. But here's the trick. Obviously, not everybody's going to find a bunch of use all the time universally for some of these arc mods, but I feel like it's worth it for the fact that you can get the plus 20 mobility. But here is the trick. So all you have to do is this. I've got an arc piece here, an arc piece here, I've got an arc piece here, and an arc piece up here. Now, as you can see, these 2 right here do not have powerful friends in them yet, but these other ones do, and this one has Bleeding Edge, which is an arc mod. This one has Sword Finder, but this one doesn't even need to be in here, because what happens is, you'll see it right here, I'm going to show you. Right here, we're going to put, so first of all, let me show you my mobility. I'm at 83, okay? We go over here, I put Powerful Friends in, and it still gave me the 20 mobility. Now look, it's not highlighted like it is before, but it's still giving it to me. Like, even when you hover over it right here, it doesn't show the increased mobility highlighted like it does up here and down here, because it personally doesn't have an arc mod slotted, but for some reason it still gives you the additional mobility as long as you have one piece of Powerful Friends that does have an arc mod attached. So I could literally do the same with this down here. I could apply Powerful Friends down here, and this would get the 20 mobility stat buff. So let me show you something. Okay, so look at my hunter right here. This is pretty crazy. Okay, so we have 100 mobility, 60 resilience, 90 recovery, 50 discipline, 40 intellect, 20 strength. I could go up to 100 recovery if I wanted, but I decided to personally have Void Battery in here, and I wasn't able to put recovery in here with Void Battery and Powerful Friends. But look at this. This is the armor distribution you want to look for. So if I don't have this mod on, if I don't have Powerful Friends on, like, as you can see, this is Masterwork, so it's getting the additional 2 stats all across the board, and it also has the Discipline mod in. But this piece has, by default, only 2 strength and 2 mobility, and that is basically all you want. This is super simple. When you're turning in your Fractiline or your light fused Fractiline, all you got to do is look for an arc piece of armor, okay, and try to get some that only have 2 mobility and 2 strength and have the rest of the stats all in here. The reason for this is if you end up masterworking your armor, you're gonna get tier 2 strength, which is fine. You don't really care. But what's gonna happen is if you have, in my case, I have 1, 2, 3 pieces of armor that have powerful friends in them, which is giving me 60 stats of mobility. 60 stats of mobility. Over here on my arms, I'm getting 16, and I also have another 14 from my Frosties, and then there's the masterworking of each of these that gives, you know, a plus additional 2 stats to everything, and it gave me 100 mobility, super free. Literally, if I took these 3 powerful friends off, I'm only going to have 40 mobility, and these stats would still be pretty good. I mean, like having basically 100 recovery, 60 resilience to be able to avoid certain things in the Crucible is really nice, and still having like pretty strong discipline and intellect. So really, that's all I'm here to do. See, this piece has the same thing as well. This piece, if I take powerful friends off, look at this. Boom. Only 2 mobility, plus the 2 from the masterwork, but 2 mobility, 2 strength, the rest of the stats in the middle. And this is the thing too. One more thing. The stats here in the middle don't really matter how they're distributed. Just save them. If it's got 2 mobility, 2 strength, save it, put it in your vault. After you've turned in all your things, or if you've got a bunch of them, go through them, look at them, see what pieces you can combine together to make their stat values not be wasted as much. Like, see, I only have 1 overflow here and 1 overflow here, 2 overflow here, and I've been able to distribute a discipline mod, recovery mod, a resilience mod, and another recovery mod to be able to get me to the stats that I want. So be looking out for that. The Powerful Friends mod is insane, and I just wanted to let you guys know so that you don't accidentally delete potentially some awesome stuff. Like these aren't even high stat rolls. This is literally just a 52 stat piece of armor, and this is a 52 stat piece of armor. Nothing insane on their own, but the Powerful Friends is going to boost you super high. That's it. That's all I got to share for you. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, leave a comment or, you know, like the video, whatever you want to do. I also live stream on Twitch. Check that out if you want. Links are all below. Thanks for being here and spending your time with me, and maybe I'll see you again soon.